Hello everybody, welcome back to Bella Mass channel. This is Bridget advocating for the orphans and telling my story. If you like what I'm about, please like, share and subscribe. That helps with the growth of the channel. Hey, hi, so this is season 2 episode 3 of N with an E, and this is how it starts. Horses, we see lights, we see they're in the dark and they're running somewhere, and to me I think this represents war because this episode ties up the golden scam storyline. So let's get into it. We see here Anne writing a letter to Gilbert, and everything is just going wrong, which shows that to me throughout the episode everything is just going to be going wrong since they're going to catch the boarders on their lie that there is gold in Avonlea. With that being said, Anne is off on an adventure to Charlottetown with the berries and to see Aunt Josephine. So like I said earlier, this episode ties up the golden scam storyline. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Not because it was badly written, but I honestly did not want to see the Avonlea folks getting done in by two evil people. So Anne is off on an adventure to Charlottetown to see Auntie Josephine, and also this is because Mr. Berry has decided to take out their family's life savings too for the gold tasting for any landowner in Avonlea who wanted in exchange for a bit of their claim if there was gold. Mrs. Berry is clearly upset with how Mr. Berry is making all the financial decisions without talking to her, that he is even talking to Anne about business and money when he never talks about it with his wife. Mr. Berry isn't interested in listening to anyone, least of all Auntie Josephine. Auntie Josephine is going to help Anne get her letter to Gilbert. She's also wary of the whole thing, the gold issue. She heard about a similar case of a gold rush that went to nothing in another town, which sets off both Anne and Diana enough that they are going to find out more about what happened in that town. Anne and Diana find themselves in a public house. That's a pub. No, I had no idea pub was short for public house. Congratulations, we have learned something new. Ha ha ha. So anyway, they meet with the journalist who discovered that the gold rush years ago was a complete scam that cheated the entire town and destroyed it. It actually forces her to trust the instincts that she was ignoring around Nathaniel for various reasons. The excitement of finding gold, the wish to be taken seriously by someone she thought was more intelligent, not wanting to seem stupid and wanting to be accepted, and she and Diana piece everything together. But Mrs. Berry is too upset by her husband and how his decision may take away the future she was hoping for her daughters and their family, so being found at the pub is enough for her to threaten to end Diana and Anne's friendship again permanently. And Mr. Berry isn't listening to anyone anyway. Nobody believes them. In Avonlea, Marilla and Matthew have made the decision that the boarders need to move out. Jerry reveals to Matthew how he has felt uncomfortable with the boarders, that he blames himself for losing the money from the horse sale, money that would have stopped the boarders from being brought in. Matthew reassures him that it isn't his fault at all. I love Matthew's kindness and the sense to needing to protect children that extends to Jerry. The way he calls Jerry's son to remind him that he is part of the Green Gables as well. As for Dunlop, he is taking it badly that the Cadbys want him out because he's actually came to love Avonlea and wants to live there. Nathaniel, who is on his own time, is still going out of the way to scare Jerry with alcohol and nasty stereotypes and shares about francophones and Catholics, tells him that he is an idiot for thinking Avonlea has accepted him, but Dunlop is sticking with it. It doesn't work out though. Anne returns feeling not so trusting of the boarders, and this powerful moment happens. When she tells Marilla, Marilla tells Anne that she believes her. When the Berries didn't listen, Marilla did, except the boarders heard it too, and they tie them up, both Marilla and Anne, actually, not Matthew. Marilla and Anne, and everyone is in mad rush to find them as con artists escape. Jerry tries to stop them, gets knocked out, Dunlop and Nathaniel fight, and Nathaniel gets away with the money while Dunlop is caught. Of course, it didn't end the way I wanted it to end. I would have loved it more if it was Nathaniel who was caught, not Dunlop. I feel sorry for Dunlop. But my other another part of me is actually like, oh, he's a con artist, but he was changing anyway. So yeah, maybe he needed some grace. He needed time to change, and maybe he was gonna be the one to tell the Avonlea Fox that, you know what, we are actually con artists, to confess, to say we wanted to do this and this and this and this, but now I don't want to be part of it anymore or whatever. But yeah, sorry for him, it's too late now. But yeah, I loved that this ended, the storyline ended, because everyone was so happy to say, oh, there's gold, and then only to find out there was no gold. And it would have been more nicer, you know, if Nathaniel was caught, and also if the money was not taken. But anyway, the money that was taken was from great people anyway, like Mr. Berry, who wouldn't even listen to anyone. He was just doing his own thing, not even listening to the woman, to his only wife. So yes, someone had to learn the hard way. Anyway, this is how this episode ends. And thank you so much for watching. I really love you, and I thank you every day. Anyway, how do we leave a legacy of hope for those whose dreams are often forgotten? How do we leave a legacy of hope for those whose dreams are often forgotten? I'm out. This is Bella. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.